YouTube, it's Aller, and I'm back with another weekly LCS pickup for the week of. Y'all follow any of those damn channels where the goddamn people talk like used car salesmen. I can't stand that shit. Ugh. What's up, y'all? It's Aller. Yeah, there's like a, what is his name? There's a big comic book, comic storying guy. The guy that just like reads you the damn comic books. You don't have to pay for them. He sounds like a car salesman. I can't stand his voice. I don't watch his. I buy books anyway. You know what I mean? I don't really watch their channel. I checked it out, you know, to see who he was and shit. I can't stand that voice. And this is Death or Glory by Rick Remender on Image. This is issue 3. Rick Remender. It's a pretty good series so far. I went with the A cover because it was like a rep on old Steve McQueen. I think it was Bullet, maybe, movie poster. I'll read you the little story, get you caught up. Like everything, like look, the inside flap got the little racing stripes. Badass. The story so far. Glory Owen was raised off the grid. All she knew, she learned on the open road, which she shared with her father, a freewheeling trucker called Red, and a ragtag family of drifters and long haulers. But the freedom only lasted so long. Her aging father needs a new liver, and with no insurance, things looked bleak. But Glory had a plan. She knew her ex-husband Toby fell in with some illegal drug runners. If she knocked off one of their cash handoffs, she'd have money to pay for Red's surgery, and then some. But Glory's luck ran out. The heist went sour. She got shot by the corrupt town sheriff. She fled in a stolen semi full of smuggled product, which turned out not to be drugs, but people. So Glory helped the truckload of refugees escape, but one refused her ticket to safety, a young man named Pablo. His sister is still being held by the men Glory tried to rob, and he'll stop at nothing to get his sister back. The trail leads them to a local butcher shop. And that's where this one picks up. It's been a good story. If you're looking for a new book, new story, you know, something to read. This little indie here from Image, Rick Remender. It's only issue 3. I recommend it. You could probably find the first 3 at your local comic book shop. Draw that shit out. Then I grabbed New Lieutenants of Metal _1. I don't usually really care for this adventure time. I guess it is style animation. Like new Thundercats deal from a couple weeks ago. That shit made me want to throw chainsaws at the people that created it. I don't care. You know, you might stand on the different fence than me, but the other side, I don't know what I might be a little inebriated. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, they even gave you a playlist to read to this comic. Some AC/DC, some Motley Crue, some Judas Priest. That's why I picked it up, just because it had a metal tone to it. It's with like some, you know, some dumbass story with some metal. Like one of the characters' name is Man of War, and the other one's Steppenwolf, and there's like 2 other ones, but I don't remember their names. The only thing that sucks is I haven't read it yet, but like you pick it up, it's like, damn, that's a big book. Hell yeah, guys. The last third of this book is really like, that's the last page. The rest of it is like this long ass interview and shit. So that kind of sucks. But you might give a damn about whoever it's about. I don't know. I'm gonna check that book out. I think it's only like a 4-issue series. And then this one. If you've heard of this shit, Unnatural issue 1. I just saw where like this issue sold out, and I figured, you know, it's because it's probably a chick's bare ass, you know. I didn't really pay it much attention. I thought maybe she had some fake ass pig ears on or something. She's got a goddamn pigtail. And then I saw this one, the big old titties, so I was like, hell yeah, that looks cool, you know, the damn like demon looking arm and shit. And I was like, alright, this might be pretty cool. I'm into some shit like this, you know what I mean? So I picked up both of them. I didn't realize this shit's pretty much some furry porn. I don't know. I never got into that shit. You know, I've seen on 4chan and whatnot, but you tell me. Y'all might be into that shit. Never was my thing. Yeah, but we're all grown boys and girls here, right? So it'd be cool if I flip through this for you. So he has nice tits, but it looks like they're like hybrid species. They look like humans, but some of them have different features. She obviously looks like a pig. Some bitch looks like a rabbit. He is a goddamn wolf. I don't know. I'll have to check this out. Let you know how it is. If you read it or whatever, let me know what you think of that shit. And from Dynamite, this was 10 cents and it had a Matina cover. Sold. Cha-ching. You know what I mean? Shit. Ain't that hard. Sword Daughter number 2 from Dark Horse. I like the first one, so I'm gonna check out the second one. I heard a lot of people didn't like it. Well, if you didn't, don't get it. Yeah, I don't know if you realize or not, I like to bitch in my videos. Like, I'm not just like these guys. I love comics. Yay! Check this one out. Yeah, I like to usually bitch about half the shit I buy. Just because the comic industry right now sucks. So, I'm gonna bitch. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But, you know, it's not hard to click off. Which I'm not encouraging. I'd love to have you have an open mind, you know. Just try to see shit from my point of view. It sucks. But I've been grabbing this whole arc here. This is 181. Yeah. The Glenn Bill Sienkiewicz cover. And I've been grabbing all these Sienkiewicz covers for this whole arc. Which sucks, because he turns out to be a real cocksucker online. Don't you hate that shit? So why can't y'all just be cool? You gotta be dicks. This was cool. Who's that from? Waxwork Comics. I guess that's not that clever then. House of Waxwork number 1. I was really hoping my store would pick this up. I didn't figure they would, because I usually don't get a lot of the shit from the lower nobody kind of publishers. Well, not a lot anyway. They're getting more and more. So I thought that was cool. Some good old horror looking comics, you know, I'm down. So I saw that on the shelf, I was stoked. I grabbed it, sold. The cover alone's cool as hell. And this is awesome. Dark Horse Bedtime Games. This is 1 of 4. I hadn't heard all that great things from a couple of people's opinion I've heard, so that sucks. But I'm, you know, check it out for yourself. Last Siege number 2. I thought the first one was pretty cool. Kind of had a Game of Thrones vibe. It had some gore to it. It's kind of, you know, set in that time, it seems. Some dirty words and shit, man. So, you know, I like that. So I picked up the second issue, Last Siege. And Scotty Young, I Hate Fairyland. I've grabbed this book here and there, just, I don't know why. Seems like if I probably read it, I'd like it, but I just grabbed the Jock cover because I like Jock. They had a shit ton of variants out for this one this week. Like, I saw a Zdarsky one that looked pretty cool too. Gertrude's like up to her nose in blood, it looked like. But I got the Jock cover. Usually if there's Matina, Jock, Art Germ, shit like that, there's, you know, other ones too, but I'll grab those all day for cover, you know. Even though if it's a little simplistic. Spawn 287, another Matina cover, so yeah. I've been grabbing all the Spawn run. Like I said, like I've heard a lot of people don't really care for the art, but I like it. I think it suits like Spawn's theme, you know, the dark theme of, you know, Spawn. Fits it pretty good. And I guess I'll go to DC next. They finally had this book in. I didn't think they were going to get it because it didn't show up the week it came out or the week after. So they finally had it on the shelf this week. So I nabbed it just because I knew it tied into the No Justice line, and that's what I've been reading all that shit. So that's why I grabbed it. Curse of Brimstone 4. Don't really like Jordan, whatever his damn name is. Jeremy Jordan's writing. I don't like it because he's dick on Twitter, really. So, but I have been picking up all these New Age of Heroes, Unexpected 2. I hadn't read any of this yet. I've got the first one, and now, you know, 2. Duh. So I'm gonna check this out. I've heard this is pretty good. I don't know what the hell it's about. But I'm a DC fan. Green Lanterns number 50. And I'm kind of just flying through some of these, I know, guys, but I've already recorded this video. Hold on. I have some cotton mouth issues. Oh my God, y'all. That right there is nectar of the gods. The ingredients is apple juice. That's it. And that shit is the shit. Oh, it's good. What was I talking about? Oh well. Justice League number 3. Like I said, been tying into all that no justice leading up into this shit, and then they're eventually going to break off and have different teams of that. Man of Steel number 6. This was cool because Jason Fabok drew the whole damn book, so that's awesome because his art is the shit. Look at that. Beautiful. I'll take that all day. And he's currently working on the only thing I've seen him describe it as is called 3 Jokers, so I think that's going to be awesome. I think, what was that, revealed at toward the end of the Batman New 52 run, I think. But his art's badass, so that 3 Jokers should be pretty kick-ass, hopefully. I'm not sure who's writing it, so it's all up to that. And Deathstroke 33, like I said, Matina cover. So I got 2 of them. That's pretty badass. And Christopher Priest writing that. So can't go wrong with that. And big book this week. Everything was leading up to Batman number 50. And my shop was doing a Midnight Madness deal. I saw it on Twitter. It's like a 45-minute drive for me to get there, so I usually go Wednesday morning and maybe on the weekend here and there. But I saw that, you know, they said we're going to close at 9 and reopen at midnight. And they had tweeted about it for a few days, you know. And I pulled up, parked in my usual spot at like 15 till, and I didn't see like a lot of cars or a crowd or anything, and it actually looked really dark. And so I waited until about 5 till. I saw some guy, like 3 or 4 buds, you know, like crossing the street to go to the comic store. So I was like, well, hell, I'll get out. Even if we got to wait outside, I'll, you know, just wait with them dudes. That place was packed like a motherfucker when I walked up. I was like, man, what the hell? You said you were open at 12, you know? They were packed. So I'm trying to get my usual haul for the week, you know, with a packed ass store and people looking at me like I'm fucking retarded because I'm buying so many goddamn comics, you know what I mean? It's like, it's cool you're getting a bunch of people out in the shop. It's like, man, give me a fucking heads up. Let me get all my books, because they didn't have like a lot that I wanted that Nightwing variant. Nope. Like, had I known at least what time you were going to open the doors, I'd have been there, you know? Shit. So you open at 12, open at 12. Oh, they screwed me out of so much shit. But, yeah, I was just planning on getting this anyway. I thought about getting the Matina, like, you know, some of the higher end variants for that, and like Superman 1, and I think there's another big book. I was like, I'll get some of these badass, you know, variants from other shops online. And I got thinking about it, there's a lot of Indiegogo projects out right now that I'll put the link in the description for some of them that I'm gonna back those instead. Like I'm just gonna be happy with this because I've heard it's kind of like low T Batman, and I don't like low T superheroes. You know, it's like, come on, don't ride him like a bitch. I don't know, but you know, I heard the whole kerfuffle with they spoiled it, and I've done a pretty good job of avoiding all that shit. I was behind on Batman. I think I was up to like issue 44, so that's what I'm currently reading. I'm reading all of that. I think I got up to like 48, then I started just to read the 5 different parts of the prelude to the wedding. I've heard nothing but like, oh, these are awful. So I'm getting through that, and then I'm going to read 4950, and then after that, at least I did get the Jim Lee variant, and I thought it was cool. They didn't have any of the A covers. They had a B cover, and I had it in my hand. I put it back. And they had the blank one. But they said you can only get one. This is the Art Germ Catwoman variant. And I wanted, you know, a couple of these just because it's Art Germ. And that's what pissed me off. I was like, come on, man. You got all these normies here. I can't give them my books. Nah, it's cool. You know, that's what the shops need. They need new people into the damn stores. And they should be raising hell at these goddamn creators who flat out talk shit to customers online and act like they're some damn celebrity, like on a pedestal. It's like, no, dude, like, no people don't know who the hell you are. The reason you have all these followers is because you put Marvel Comics really big in your, you know, it's like the first thing usually in their description. Scared you. And, you know, they think we want to know all their political takes on everything. It's like, dude, you're not a political science major. Shut up. I don't give a shit. Talk about art. Make a comment here and there, that's fine or whatever, you know, but why would you, like, just set out to flat out call half your customers Nazis and just all this stupid shit? Ugh, it pisses me off, which it'll tie into, like, you know, some of these books. The next two books, actually, my buddy just let me borrow. He will have. I don't think he even wants them back. But this was the Dazzler #1. This is the Sienkiewicz cover, which, you know, we already talked about him. But Magdalene Visagia, he's like, here, I know you're a Mags fan. And it's a trans writer who, as a man, couldn't really get into the industry. Kind of poked around the outside. And then all of a sudden, when he decided to become she has a book coming out every month this year from like big publishers and shit, and it's like and then you look at sales suck and the writing is shit. That's why I want to read it, because I, you know, people say, oh, you just heard so and so say that. No, I read the writing, I suffer through it, so I can have my own opinion, and that's why I'm glad he let me borrow that. And then Immortal Hulk #2, Al Ewing, the writer, runs a block bot. And it says, Al Ewing talks about comics. Do you? I'll take your word for it, because it got me blocked. I've never even said anything to him. I went to check his page out once I heard that he was announced to be writing this, because the way I heard it was pitched, it sounded like I would really like it. So I was like, cool, I'm going to see, you know, check out some of this dude's other work. See what, you know, just see what any art he posts or whatever, books and shit, you know. Nah, blocked. But I did read the first issue online, so check that out. And then this was like some older books that was in my pool that I just hadn't got out. Thanos Annual #1. This was a second printing. I don't know when I grabbed it, but I've been grabbing all these Dark Hawk books from the Infinity Countdown event. Like, I didn't realize that they were going to start branching out and all this shit. I should have figured with Marvel, you know. But, so I started getting the initials, like just Infinity Countdowns and all that shit, and then they start breaking out. I'm not getting the Champions and all that shit. I'm about just to nope out of all of it. I need to nope out of Marvel altogether, really, because I don't like giving them money. They really just got to the point where, like, they're so scared to offend anyone. Like, there's no humor. Like, it's just stripped down to, and it just sucks. Y'all know what it does too. Come on now. You read these books. They suck. No, but it's like, you know, they're like, comics is for everyone. And they pretty much, you know, say they're not for people that think like me, apparently. But it's like, no, I just don't think that you should be, you know, putting writers like that on the big two with established legacy characters that have been there for 80 damn years, and then turn them into far left ideologues. You know what I mean? Like, there's indie books, right? Create whatever you want. That's awesome. I'll even check the shit out. You know, you shouldn't be doing that with these established characters. You know what I mean? Ugh. True Believers, all that was Fantastic Four Annual #3. They also had that was the original cover. They also had a different Fantastic Four reprint. I don't remember the exact issue, but I can't find that one. And I know I had it in my hand, but it may have been one of those where I went to like put it back and try to get a better looking issue, because at first when there was so many people in there, I was just kind of lucky to get to a book, so I was just trying to grab what I could. And then once it kind of cleared out a little, I was going back and trying to upgrade, you know, the condition. Death of the Inhumans. This is the Young Guns. I think B or C cover. I don't know. C cover. They didn't have any of the A or B covers left. That pissed me off. I just wanted the basic, like that skull cover, but all they had were these Young Guns. At least they were at regular price and they weren't marked up. I grabbed Avengers #4. This has been alright so far. I'm hoping it picks up a little, but it's got potential. And branching out from the Thanos story, got Cosmic Ghost Rider #1, and it's from your boy Donny Cates. He's been kicking ass on pretty much everything lately, and like I said, you know, just grabbing everything from that Thanos arc or volume, I guess. But and yeah, this was the other book when I was talking about buying some more expensive variants. I was gonna maybe grab one of those Mark Brooks covers or whatever. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna get those Indiegogos. Like Red Rooster is badass. Y'all check that out. And Iron Sights, Cyberfrog's still going. Jawbreakers is still going. But yeah, I'll put links. Check them out, guys, for real. Like, there's good professional artists on these works, and they're not afraid to actually, you know, offend people, so it's good. And the last book for the week, boom. No, I can't actually say that yet, but Captain America #1 from Ta-Nehisi Coates. This was a book that I wanted to read just because I couldn't believe Marvel actually thought it was a great idea to give like their flagship patriotic all American superhero to a guy who proclaimed that first responders on 9/11 were human garbage. Like, really? Come on now. I think he's pretty garbage himself, and he's just gonna push his politics in this shit. I don't see how he couldn't. But I'm interested in reading it just because, you know, kids are supposed to be reading these books and stuff. You know, that's what they always say. And I know that's scary to think what they could do with this book. I'm not like tinfoil hatting it up or nothing. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's kind of fucked up of Marvel. But an open, like, race baiting, far left ideologue on a Captain America book. And there were so many people, like my shop today, that news drove, oh, it's so important, that's so great, jumping up and down, just, oh, it's the best thing ever. I'm like, really? Wow. But let me know your thoughts. I haven't read it. I'm going to keep an open mind, honestly, when I read it, but he's like, my buddy's like, here, he's like, you can have it. And I was like, you don't want it? He's like, nah. So it may be a rip after I read this one. I may end up doing a video on it, really, because I don't know. I'm interested to read it. Like I said, that's probably going to be my first read after I finish this Batman shit. But for real, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about if you read this or not, what you thought of it. And that other animal furry porn book. That's it for me, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm Allern, and I'm out. Later.